Welcome back to Talk Jamaican, where you get to learn my beautiful language free of cost. Remember, I tell you something in the Jamaican language, then I give you an overview of what I said in English. Subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, and stay with me. Get your copy of Talk Jamaican from Amazon.com. That also helps. Tell me something. You can tell me what make Jamaica has so much church? Me God, me never see so much church in my life. Everywhere you go, you see three, four church. And sometimes they have one bar behind them, because when they get out of the one spirit, they go to the bar in the other spirit. But serious thing, any old thief or scammer can put up one tent, say him a bishop, king, all the one when named Dr. Kevin Smith. Me not think him a doctor, me think him a by doctor. Because him all say they must call him His Excellency and him a king. But guess what? The man no one criminal where they send a jail in a Canada for rape a man. Yes, I want rapist man. And he come to Jamaica and all sort of idiot I give them them insurance, them pension. But that bad and that no bad so bad, because the corrupt police them was a protect him. Massa, you see all the man a drive round Montego Bay with limousine and police outrider. And you see picture him with Prime Minister Portia Simpson and Omar Davis and all sort of big shot people them in a government. Boy, may I tell you, the pure, most of them church, they are pure scammer. And the next thing me no know, what is this love that them have with blood? Some of them are a sacrifice chicken. Me see one man all bite off one chicken neck one time and spread chicken head one time and throw the blood pan one woman but she in a spirit. That was in a Kumina down in a St. Thomas. But some of them use goat and all sort of something. And the Kevin Smith one him all do human sacrifice in a Montego Bay. Nah, man. Me no know. This accent thing a pure corruption they call this church business. And the politician and the police and everybody mix up with them. Nah, people must rise up and say them wickedness must stop. And you notice that the country them where had the most church, they had the most murderer. Yes, go look on it. Jamaica full of murderer. We depend the top 5 list. One other one, Honduras, El Salvador, the whole of them places full of church, But Jamaica had it one where they say had the most church in the world. And pure wickedness are gone. Too much politics and police corruption in our country. Now, man, must stop. The madness where people can just put up tent, call themselves bishop and this and that, and take away people money. And you know what happened? I saw licky old people who I tell you, say, boy, they don't have no money for buy food for them picnic and send them picnic go to school. Then take them money and carry go give these old thieving people. No, them think they must stop. You can't just put up one tent and say that a church, that a blasphemy, and we must not allow them to blaspheme and treat God like idiots. So madness that. And then for tax them too. Because whether you are old thief in church or legitimate church, they must pay taxes. Me no know where this thing come from. Say church mustn't pay taxes. After then they don't have money. You know, see how the person them live wood. They must pay taxes. In the previous section, I was commenting on the proliferation of churches of various denominations in Jamaica. You can barely walk on a road without seeing 3-4 churches side by side. Some even have bars beside them, I guess. Once you get into one spirit, you need the other. But seriously, I think Jamaica has too many churches, and a lot of them are just scammers. People put up a tent, they give themselves titles like Bishop and Your Excellency and all sorts of madness, and are allowed to fleece the people. some very poor and gullible people are taking their money that they should spend on their children, send them to school, buy food, to give these pastors to live a high life. And guess what? These churches operate tax-free. It is absolutely it is absolute madness. They should not have a tax-free status. And you know, it's a lot of what happens in so-called religion has to do with a high level of corruption, because some of these church leaders, you see them with the politicians, the one called Dr. Kevin Smith, who was conducted human sacrifices at his church in Montego Bay. He was prominent around former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, and you see pictures of him with the Minister of Finance in Jamaica. And worse, on his birthday, he had police escort driving around Montego Bay in a limousine. How is it a convicted rapist like Dr. Kevin Smith was able to set up a church in Jamaica after having been convicted of rape in Canada and jailed? You know, this is absolute madness. The churches need to be regulated. It should not be a matter of some people just being able to put up a tent, call themselves bishop or pastor or your excellency or whatever, and take away the collection of gullible people. This madness must stop.
Satan, we now heed the temptation. Righteousness exalted. Anyone, any man, any nation. So for righteousness I stand. Go away, go away, go away. Satan, go away, go away, go away.
You will see it time.
Go away, go away, go away. Satan, go away, go away, go away. Like a ship where wrecker say you left me. After you use, abuse and confuse me. Guess you never knew that grace and the mercy, it just a wait for me say rescue me. So make me tell you this, go away.